This week on Bro Apostles, we help a girl figure out if she should break up with her boyfriend. I'm still split on it. Let us know what you think in the comments below. We also help someone figure out how to get their friend to stop dating a literal witch. All this and more on this week's episode of Bro Apostles.
Welcome to another episode of Bro Apostles, the comedy advice show for Catholics who take their faith seriously but not themselves. I'm Ethan.
And I'm Patrick, and I'm excited for this week's episode. I have an opinion. Pope Leo,
okay,
new bishop just dropped, and have you seen this? The jury is out on whether they're okay. We've seen libs approve and disapprove. We've seen trads approve and disapprove, and I think this whole announcement has been quite instructive for Catholics. For
those of us who have jobs, tell us what's going on.
How dare you? I have a job, famously. Okay,
I've been working. Listen, I've been working. Mass has got me working, and it's from South Park. That's not a racial comment, but I've been working all day, and I saw that a new bishop was elected. I've been on X, the Everything app, enough to know that something happened, but I don't know anything about the discourse at all. So you'll have to enlighten me with what's going on.
So a new bishop was appointed to a diocese in Oregon that has like 70,000 Catholics. So a very small diocese. It's like, did they need to make one?
It sounds like a punishment.
That does sound like a punishment. No, it's one of the cases of young guy, young bishop. There's a new vacancy. Let's just put him there, see how he does. Move him to an auxiliary of a major metropolitan. Whatever. It's how bishop guy works. Pope Leo, for those who don't know, was the cardinal in charge of assigning bishops for a long time.
Really?
And so I trust his decision when it comes to he's been that guy for a long time. And so, I'm like, okay, he has a good pulse. He has a good finger on the pulse of what the bishophood needs.
Bishopric.
The bishopric.
The bishopric and Morty.
Nice to meet you. And so he appointed this guy who was a priest of Davenport, which I don't know where that is.
Louisiana.
Nice. He was a priest in Davenport. And he was in charge of a chapter of an international ministry called, is it really? No, that's Shreveport. Davenport's somewhere else.
I made it up. I don't know.
Okay. Someone was like, wow, Ethan got him. And he was in charge of a ministry called Courage International, which is an LGBTQ ministry. Now, a lot of libs and trads knee jerked at this. They're always jerking. And the libs were like, hooray, fantastic. We have another woke Marxist pope. And the trads were like, oh no, we have another woke Marxist pope. And so, see, and this, herein lies the problem. Is it because if you do just a little bit of digging, you find out that Courage International is the way they often phrase it is people who struggle with SSA, same-sex attraction. And it's kind of like, people on the left that are pro-gay marriage do not like this ministry. They compare it to conversion therapy. It's stop being gay is the idea, or at least manage your homosexuality.
I think it's just stop acting gay.
Correct. The people got mad at me for using the term gay Catholics. They're like, well, it's no such thing if they're not actively gay. Like, yeah, but like everyone knows what I mean. It's like a guy who likes fellas, but he also wants to go to heaven, and so he doesn't act on it. And so that's what the ministry is for. It's for people who struggle with same-sex attraction. Now, if you want to debate the merits of putting a bunch of people who like men, a bunch of men who like men in the same room, if you want to debate the merits of that, I'm there with you. But all that aside, that's what he's dedicated his time to. He's found, and he has a lot of talks and speeches about there, but like, we can't ever sacrifice the truth when trying to love other people. There's ways to love people that are untruthful. There's ways to teach the truth without being loving, but we got to do both at the same time. It's a very good and pastoral man, and I'm super excited. And so, and herein lies the problem. Is that
what's the problem? At 3 minutes of preamble, let's get to the problem.
Okay.
Sorry.
I need my fellow trad Catholics, which is basically anybody left of Joe Biden,
Yeah.
to anybody to the right
To the
of
right
Joe
of Joe
Biden,
Biden. Yes.
to stop immediately falling for it. You guys fall for it all the time.
Hmm.
You're so quick to just, you see the news and you're like, oh no, the news can't lie. We must have a gay bishop. How, after many years of living on this planet, do you not understand that the news is trying to discredit the church and accredit itself? Like, it's
hmm
the news is run by the left, and their only mission is to further left goals. That's the mission.
Yeah.
And so one of the goals is to paint the leader of the church as some kind of liberal. That's the goal, because then you get to be like, he's on our team. So if you want to be a faithful Catholic, you better get in line. That's been the problem for the last decade, because they've been doing that with Pope Francis since 2013. And so we as a church have to do everything we can to make sure that the Pope Leo is a faithful Catholic, just like Pope Francis was. You can't argue with it. The Pope Leo is a faithful Catholic and is more conservative than any existing politician, including on the right in America. We gotta push that narrative as hard as we can, because we're going up against these forces that are better funded and they have a further reach than us. And when you have Catholics going, "Oh, this is such a disappointment," it plays into their hand. It's like you want to be a loser. I want to win.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to win? It frustrates me, Ethan.
I can tell. I think it's you have two options. You can either not care about who the bishop of a 70,000 person diocese in BFE Oregon. You can just not care about that. That's one, and you can just love God and not worry about it. That's one option. But if you are going to care about it, which it seems like many have chosen to do, then you need to counter signaling your own religion doesn't make sense.
No.
Like, I understand that there are lots of people out there who have problems with the way that things are run up top. That's fine. You can disagree with what's happening. You can be frustrated with your situation, the liturgy, whatever, this, that, and the other thing. But when the family goes out to eat on Sunday, the family's out to eat and we're taking care of each other. And if anybody tries to take a swing on your brother or tries to push your sister, you're stepping up,
Yeah, absolutely.
And so I think there's an intense need for this ideological purity that does not match up with the demands of the church being a family that we are a part of, that you have to act as a member of the family, which includes loving each other, assuming the good, I can't, how miserable, you know this, how miserable is married life if you'd assume the other person has it out for you?
Yeah.
Horrendous.
Yes.
It's the worst experience ever.
There's a whole proverb about it. It's better to live on the corner of a rooftop than in a house with a quarrelsome spouse. He says wife, but I changed it.
Yeah, so I think people just need to get it together. And not, you got to be here. Everyone's here and here and here and here. You just got to ride the wave.
Stop panicking.
There's literally nothing to panic about. God is in control. What happened to Catholics saying God is in control every 5 seconds? That
it's
was
a
good
hot
time.
take now. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh, it's because it's his Father Anthony deleted his account. That's why. No one understands. No one understands that God is in control, and we have forgotten God anymore because Father Anthony.
Yes, we think that we can argue our way to success, but success is not really something God cares about.
No.
So just relax. All right, let's do some questions. I want to give some advice to people who are struggling. But if you are
going to get all mad, at least do it. At least win.
Yes. Don't be.
If you're gonna,
yeah.
Don't if you're gonna play that. I get it. If you can check out. You can be like, oh, I don't care about politics. You can do that. That's fine. But if you're going to engage, don't accept the role. Thank you for making me the loser of this script. Thank you for writing that. I will humbly take the role of loser. Don't do that. At least if you're gonna play to win. Let's go.
I think this is something that Jesus did very well. Is that the Pharisees were trying to get him? They're trying to do this, that, and the other thing, and he always came out on top in those interactions. And it wasn't because He didn't go like, "Oh, the Pharisees are being mean to me." You know, he was clever. He was creative. He didn't let his emotions control him, and he kept charging forward on what he knew was right and just.
Bingo.
Be more like God and be less like you for once in your life.
Jeez.
Jeepers, creepers. All right. Question.
All right.
Question.
This one is a dating question from Anonymous. Please and thanks. Hey, love the pod. Since y'all were talking about mission work and dating fasts a couple weeks ago, I wanted to bring this up. I've labeled my paragraphs. Great. Background info. Boyfriend been together 8 months. They've discussed their discerning marriage. They believe this is the end goal of dating. I'm thinking about doing a mission year with a college group, with a Catholic group after college, but they have one of those dating fast rules. Without all the details, I'll ask in a general sense, whether or not I want to follow the organization's dating rules, how much say should my boyfriend or girlfriend have in the life, so generally speaking, so her boyfriend, how much should he get a say in those decisions? Obviously, getting a say can be the wrong attitude, but should you take the plunge with a dating fast without seeing what they think? Should you stay close by them to keep it strong, case by case? I don't think it's fair for either person to act like you're in a further... Never mind. Okay, how much say does a boyfriend or girlfriend have in whether you do a dating fast where you can't like progress the relationship any further than it is? You make a commitment to focus and you say, I will not progress my relationship beyond where it is right now. How much say do they get in that?
I feel like a lot. Am I crazy? I mean,
you're super not.
If you're dating for marriage and you're intending on continuing to, because here's the rub. This is what people don't like to admit. If you're still dating someone, that means that you do believe that you could and or should be married to that person.
Correct.
And if you don't believe that, why are you dating them? You should break up with them. I hope I caused at least 5 breakups with that sentence. So if you're dating them, that means if you're dating them, that means that marriage is on the table and you should be working towards it. And you should be trying to make a decision as soon as possible. There's no timeline on that decision. This should not be taking 2 or 3 years, right? It does not take that long to decide whether or not you want to marry someone. So you're 8 months. That's fine. But if you just say, if you're discerning marriage with somebody, let's take a step back. Patrick, let's say you and I didn't know each other. And I came to you and I was like, I want to buy a fencing supply company. And I want you, with all of your expertise in sales, to join me as my co-founder. And you said, that sounds great. I'm going to take my sales company and you're going to take your marketing company, and let's work side by side for 6 months or so. And let's see if it's a good fit, because we don't want to work together for 20 years, and have it not be a good fit. And I say, great. And then 3 months into that, I just stopped talking to you.
It would end.
Do you think that you would go into business with me, Patrick?
Or let's even say that we continue working together,
but we only write letters to each other.
But you've made it. No, it all continues at normal. Like, let's say she gets assigned to the same city, but you make a promise to some other person that I don't know, that I don't work with, and you're like, I promise to not grow this business any further than it is right now. Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, that's just like crazy.
And if it's insane with something as innocuous and not as important as a fencing business supply company, then it's obviously also true with something as important as your relationship. It's funny because at the same time, people take their relationships too seriously, and they don't take them seriously enough in like different ways.
Correct.
They get really flustered and upset when their spouse, but they get flustered and upset when their boyfriend or girlfriend is like mad. The world, when you're dating someone and they get mad, it's like you can't focus on anything else. Like, we're fighting right now.
She's mad at me. What am I gonna do? I don't know.
When my wife is mad at me and I have to go to work, I just go to work.
See you later.
Because I know the emotions are not the most important thing in our relationship. But at the same time, it's like relationships are treated as this like really trivial thing when it comes to important things like where you get a job, Like, oh, we'll just do long distance. Imagine if I was just like, hey, honey, I'm not coming home for a week. A week. A week. Pretend we didn't have kids. Like a week. So there's no one new. She's not taking care of it. There's no extra work. It would still be like, that's weird. Why are you
Yeah.
not here? You know? So at the same time, people take relationships seriously and not seriously in different ways. It's funny. Your relationship is a real and serious thing, and you should treat it that way. Anyway.
I also think that dating is people. It's too, to your point, it's too serious. I think people are like, oh, I could never do that. It's my girlfriend. It's like, well, if your girlfriend's making you miserable, you break up with your girlfriend. Like, what do you? I mean, so I think for you, question asker, yes, you should talk to them, and yes, you should ask them how. Let's weigh this. This is an option. Here's why it could be good. Here's why it could be bad. Let's talk about it and decide what we want to do. And then just decide. You guys have agency. You're adults. So I think go in, and if they ask you to like pledge allegiance to the dating fast, then just say, that doesn't really make sense for where I'm at in my discernment for my vocation to do it that way. I was thinking of doing it this way. And if they like don't hire you because of that, then it's like, all right, I don't think it's worth it.
Yeah, be truthful if they ask, but also like if you start working for them and if you get engaged, what are they going to do? Fire you?
Yeah.
It's actually the other thing is that your job. This is actually this. Let me rephrase. Relationships aren't that important, but they are certainly more important than your job.
Correct.
Like we're taking the job too seriously at this point,
folks. Are you positing that Americans take their job too seriously?
It's your job, your 2-year to 3-year tenure as a campus missionary is going to do a lot of good.
Mm-hmm.
That said, it is a job, and the hired hand. This is in the Bible, right? It's like when the wolf comes, the hired hand flees. It's like there are things that are more important to the guy whose job it is. There's things that are more important to the hired hand than to the shepherd. And that's not a bad thing because Jesus is the shepherd, right? What he's saying is like, these are my sheep and I would never leave them, even if evil came. But it's like, or priests, right? These are his sheep and he would never flee, at least shouldn't. Right? He's not a hired hand. But it's like the youth minister is a hired hand. And when the economy is bad and he needs to get a job to feed his family, he will flee. That's just what happens.
And he will sell magazines.
Life. And he will sell magazine ads. And he will become a real estate agent that more often than not. Not me, but I know a lot of
who knows? Who knows who could that be?
It's more than the person you're thinking of, actually. It's quite a few people.
I'm thinking of myself at the moment. Who are you talking about?
Oh, you also became a real estate agent. That's okay. There's a fifth one. I was thinking of Riley,
if you're in the interview and they're like, "How comfortable are you with the dating fast?" I would encourage you to say, "I'm very comfortable."
With ignoring it.
Don't lie to them. But also, I think you can be sly as a serpent in this situation. Yeah. Sly as a dove, innocent as a serpent. Whatever that verse says.
Whatever that says.
Basically, just keep dating, get engaged. Don't worry about all this. It all seems like a really big deal right now. It's not.
It's not.
You'll be all right.
Yeah. People get like this about like household commitments at Franciscan. Like, oh, I need to like make sure that I do my commitments. It's like, well, yes, but also it's, it's not under the pain of sin. We love to get in. We love to make the little things more important because we can control those little things. We can't control the big important things. So anyway. All right. Question from, is it anonymous? Nah, we'll keep it anonymous.
There you go.
Potentially for the pod. When people give the advice, date when you're ready to get married, what do they mean? Because to me, that means I'm financially, emotionally, physically, spiritually ready. But I feel like that's not me right now. I'm always confused at why people say this. Nobody's ready for marriage. Yeah, you're exactly right. What do you think about that phrase? Date when you're ready to get married?
I don't know. What does it mean to be ready to be married?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
what he's saying is like, to him, it sounds like you are emotionally, spiritually, financially, physically ready to get married. Well, I mean, physically is the easiest one. You're physically ready to get married. I promise you. If you're writing into this podcast, you're physically ready to get married.
Yeah.
Emotionally, you're never ready.
Yeah. There's a lie that you've been told by someone at some point that there's a certain level of preparedness that you need to do things. That's just not true. The only way anybody has ever learned anything is by doing something they've never done before.
Yes.
That's the only way. How do you learn to write? You got to put pen to paper for the first time and write your name. It's going to look crazy. Your mom's going to keep it in a scrapbook, and you're going to look back and be like, "Ah, yes."
My wife, when Leo did his first coloring, I have a picture of it. I have a pic when he did his first little coloring with these massive crayons. I showed it to Phoebe, and I have a picture of her like seeing it, and she's like crying because she loves it so much. God did something to the hearts of women that men just cannot understand.
No, we didn't get that.
We didn't get that gene or whatever.
We picked the wrong tech tree. You got to just try. I mean, don't wait to date ever. I think. Also, what is dating? What do you think dating is?
Again, this is a good example of people taking dating
too seriously
in the wrong way.
Yeah. I need to wait until I'm ready to spend time with someone who I think is super hot and fun to be around. What are you talking about?
Are you not ready now?
You should always be ready to spend time with hot people. That's why you're watching this show.
That's why you're with us.
Yeah.
There's so many other podcasts out there with mid doughboys. Instead, you're with us hot doughboys.
Yes.
Grizzled.
Yes. Tones. I think it's a pretty easy question. Was there more to that question, or was that it?
That was basically. I mean, it's a pretty common question. It's like, oh, I'm not financially ready to get married. It's like, you know that like men with kids make more money. Statistically.
Yeah, people say that. I've not seen that yet.
It's like, yeah, I keep having more kids and I don't get any more money.
Every year I call them up and I'm like, hey, when's that coming in? And they're like, oh, just keep having kids. And then it goes down when I have kids.
Well, I mean, like the reality is that oftentimes for most guys can live just on a mattress on the floor.
Yeah.
In a room with a TV and a cooler. You don't even need a fridge. I've never gotten food poisoning.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
So, like, the amount of money it takes to maintain that lifestyle is minimal. And so if you're the type of guy that just enjoy, it's like working out. You know, the guys that get huge, it's because they just love working out. Mm-hmm. The guys that get rich without kids are the guys that just love making money. They just they could work on a money generating activity like 24 hours if they could.
Yes.
And that's not most guys, and that's okay. And the thing for most guys that generates the drive to succeed and build wealth is the fact that they have a wife and or children to provide for. Mm-hmm. And so you're probably not going to be financially ready before you get married. And also women won't the right woman won't not date you because you're not financially ready. Let me rephrase that. The right woman will date you even when you're not financially successful yet. She'll at least see the potential in you, and she'll say, "Oh, look, like this guy, you know, he wants to try, and he like has these skills and these ambitions, and he's not just, you know, he's living on the mattress on the floor, but you know, he wants to buy a house for me, and you know, he wants to do all these things for me. So I believe he can do it. It's just they see something in you that you may not even see in yourself." And so, no, you just have to be like the nucleus of a fully formed man has to be there. You don't have to be a fully grown, fully formed man to date a woman.
Find a woman who will invest in your seed round.
Yes,
I mean that in more ways than one.
Oh, there it is. YC Combinator. I hardly know her.
First of all, it's a Y Combinator. YC Combinator is just like
it would
ATM
be
machine.
ATM machine. Y Combinator. because
I'm inventing PIN numbers at the YC Combinator.
YC. Listen, I just follow a couple of San Francisco guys on X. That's all. I don't know anything about the
Speaking
venture.
of X, I am getting the tweet you told me to post. I'm getting lit up at the moment. So
Oh yeah.
I've just watched it come on my monitor over here.
It's just friggin' the 4th of July on
It's gonna be a bad one.
Oh, you should just delete it now and post the opposite.
Oh, I don't know. What does it matter?
Oh my gosh, that's
Everyone's gonna forget by tomorrow. It's okay.
Rage bait. Yes. Yes.
I just people. This is my problem. You got to vent about your stupid thing earlier. I'm gonna vent about my thing. Everyone assumes the worst intent on X. They call it rage bait. Used to be you just call that a joke. Like if I said a joke that made you mad, you didn't say like, "Oh, are you rage baiting?" You're like, "Oh, I didn't like that joke," is what you would say.
Yeah.
You know,
Not funny.
We've created all these new words. Oh, you're just an engagement farmer. Oh, you mean people read the stuff that I write? Is that what you mean?
Is that it?
Is that it? Oh, he's only doing it for follows. He's only doing it for the money. I mean, I'm not making any money and nobody's following me. So you do the math.
I'm in this for love of the game.
I'm in it for the love of the game. Oh, just people driving me crazy. I think nobody knows who I think I got to start making videos to let people know that I'm like a normal guy who likes to have fun, because I think everybody assumes that I'm just like either an asshole or a moron, which I can be both of those, but I'm not usually.
You should start making video. Actually, right now I'm gonna film your very first video right here. Ethan.
Yeah. They can't hear me.
Ethan, what do you want to say to the world? They can't hear you right now. I'm gonna interpret for you.
I think it's absolutely insane that everybody's being
Hitler
so mean
did
to me.
nothing wrong.
No. That's very funny.
Post to Twitter.
Oh no. My mom's coming here tonight. She's gonna see all of this, and she's gonna log on her phone. She knock on my door, and be like, "Honey, what is this that I'm seeing about you and Hitler?"
What did you say about Hitler? Oh man! All right,
ridiculous.
I'm posting on my alt, and if it
doesn't, I think that's a good time to transition to our sponsor for the week. Patrick, can I be real for a second?
Sure.
A lot of guys are fighting silent battles, especially when it comes to pornography, lust, and even just feeling stuck. You don't know what to do. I think guys need to know that they're not broken. They're not alone, but they need a better strategy. They've been doing the wrong things. That's where the sponsor of this podcast comes in handy. The Freedom Group is sponsoring us. The Freedom Group is great because they are not just an accountability group. There's tons of accountability groups out there that don't work. They're not a white knuckle, get through it, cold showers, all these things. This is not what the Freedom Group is. They are coaching men through a proven system that actually helps eliminate the cravings, eliminate the temptation forever.
And it's not just about getting rid of porn. It's about building a life that's worth living.
Yes.
You're not going to be thinking about it. You're not just detached from it. You're attached to something that's good. Emotional resilience, stronger faith, a deeper purpose, better relationships. It's freedom for something, not freedom from something. Their freedom groups help you get free from the craving of porn in a year or less, or they work with you completely free until you are, which is a huge deal. If porn isn't your problem, but you're stuck for something more, they have a Kingmakers community to help you build an operating system for your life and get the accountability and support you need to actually get there. Whether you're stuck in a cycle or just ready for a new level, go to thefreedomgroup.co. That's thefreedomgroup.co to get started. This could be the most important move you make this year. Thank you to the Freedom Group for sponsoring this episode of Bro Apostles.
Freedomgroup.co. I need another question, please.
Okay, this has been a very question light episode.
I know we've been doing too much yapping and not enough.
Too much yapping, not enough answering questions. Here's a fun quiz from G.
Okay.
All of these are. Why is this spoiler tagged? All right. I did a little sociology experiment this weekend. I went 2-stepping and got 5 numbers over the course of 2 evenings.
I went 5-stepping. I got 2 numbers.
One is still talking to me. The other's ghosted me. I'll let you guess which one. Oh,
Which
that's
one
why
it
it was
ghosted?
spoiler
Okay,
tag.
great.
Okay.
Quiz.
Okay. Which one is still talking to him and which one ghosted? Girl A, the girl who asked for his number.
Mhm.
B, he got her number and she said she was really excited to go out with him.
Whoa. Okay.
Girl C, we should meet up again. Here's my number. And then she hugged him. Girl D, I asked for her number and a date, and she said, sure, that'd be nice. And then girl E, she said, we should hang out. We should go out together sometime. And then gave him her Snapchat. Which girl went out with him?
Which girl went out with him, or which I was
Yes.
assuming which girl ghosted him?
All of them ghosted except one.
So which girl actually went out with him?
Yeah. Asked for the number.
Asked for the number.
He got her number and she said she was really excited. Girl who said we should meet up again.
Yeah.
And then hugged him.
Yep.
He asked this girl for her number and a date, and she said, that'd be nice. Girl E, we should go out. So she said we should go out sometime and then gave him her Snapchat.
I'm going to guess the got her number. She said she was really excited to go out, is my guess.
No, it was girl D, the one who he asked.
Okay.
He asked for her number.
Okay.
Everybody else was like, oh my gosh, so excited. And they all ghosted him. Girl A did eventually text back and explain she doesn't speak English.
That's crazy.
So that's helpful.
I thought we were getting rid of those.
Show, I was interested to see how often girls ghost despite showing some signs of interest in a guy. I've been two-stepping for 10 months now. You must be exhausted. I've been probably gotten 35 numbers or so, and I've only gone out with 6 of them. Most have ghosted me or changed their minds. These numbers, in fairness, are better than dating on online dating.
So what's his problem? What's he asking? Is this just a brag? Like, look at all these girls that I'm getting numbers and going on dates with at the two-stepping club.
If one of our beloved bro apostles wants to brag on the podcast about how many digits he's pulling,
then I tell him he should sponsor the show.
Listen, yeah. If you have that many, if you had as many dollars, you got numbers, baby.
Ask not what your podcast can do for you, but ask what you can do for your podcast.
That's what I've been saying. I think this is instructive. This guy got 5 numbers, but he asked for one, and that's the girl who went out with him because he took the initiative.
Yeah,
there it is. And also, good on you for two-stepping for 10 months and trying to meet girls. That's a great way to do it. And that's the thing. You got to do it often. You got to keep going. A lot of guys write in, they're like, I try new things, but they like went bowling for a couple of weeks and then they switched to the two-stepping square dance bar and then they switched to another thing. It's like, you got to go for like 10 months. Because then you can suss out, who's from out of town, who's like local, who's, that's how it goes. Okay. Now actual question.
I'm ready.
Actual question about self-depreciating humor.
Okay.
And then we'll do the "my brother is a liberal" thing.
Be deprecating. You're not taking a tax write-off.
Self-depreciating humor. Here, inflation. Right. Pat's tummy. There you go. Here's a question for the podcast. My girlfriend has told me a few times that my self-deprecating jokes makes her uncomfortable. It's been multiple times because it's such an ingrained part of my personality. I don't see the joke as applying to my true self, but rather a mental construct of myself.
Making up a guy to make fun of, and it's me.
It's actually my super id making fun of my id. That's actually, or super ego making fun of my id. How do I stop? It's hard. I will say it's hard to stop.
Yeah, the thing that I've learned is that when you're around the wife, you can't really make fun of yourself.
No, she does. She goes, "Aw,
she doesn't like it. She doesn't like it.
You're not."
Yeah. Like for example, I was with my brother-in-law and my father-in-law, and we were at a gas station. I might have told this story on the podcast. I don't know. Maybe the bonus cast. We were at a gas station, and we had just driven to Oklahoma to take apart the old playset, put it on a trailer, bring it all the way back up to Wichita. It was a full day effort. We left early, hot sun, carrying beams around, like doing all these things. And I was hoping we'd stop for lunch. We didn't stop for lunch. We get back on the highway. We're driving, And it's like we're looking for a gas station to stop at because we all are hungry. We all need some food. Everyone's kind of grumpy. So we pull off at this Love's, and it's got a Subway in it. We're like, all right, we're in the middle of nowhere, Oklahoma.
Better than nothing.
It's about as good as we can do, right? So I'm like so set on an Italian sandwich. I'm so set on an Italian sandwich. I'm so excited. I walk in and I look in like the trays. I look for the lettuce. I look for the olives. I look for the oils. All gone. It's empty.
How could they be out of Italian sandwich?
There's a tumbleweed going through. And I asked the Subway guy, I'm like, hey, where's the food? And he's like, the power went out. So no sandwiches. I said, that's okay. I'll just kill myself. And then I
said that out loud.
I said it in front of my brother-in-law. He laughed. I thought it was funny. The Subway guy laughed. Like everybody thought it was funny. But if I did that in front of my wife, she'd be like, don't say that.
Yes, I have made jokes about I've said very specifically I'm gonna jump off the O'Galley Causeway. And Phoebe was like, that's awful. I think you pointed out, you're like, it's bad to have a location.
A specific spot that you're ready to jump.
It's bad to have like a place that you would go.
The point of this isn't, and ladies might not like this, and that's okay. I think the point is that when you're with the guys, there's a sort of a free-spiritedness and like a devil may care attitude, talking about yourself, talking about others, where there's kind of just an implicit trust that if you can hang and if you can keep up and you can let people know that like you're in with them, you can say a lot of things as long as it's either funny or as long as it's funny, pretty much.
Yeah. And not like particularly mean.
Right.
And constant too. That there's the one guy who's always like turning it into a thing, and you're like,
yes, that's no good.
Obnoxious.
So I think part of just having a woman in your life is training yourself to hold back in those moments, because she's probably never going to think it's as funny as you do. And that's a big part of marriage. Okay. Big part of marriage is learning the things that you think are funny. Sometimes, oftentimes, a lot of times, your wife is not going to. Like, I showed my wife the video of Sam Witwicky kicking his car in Transformers 3. I don't know how many times. She does not think it's as funny as I do. And that's okay.
Yes.
That's okay. That's just part of it. So you're not doing anything wrong. It's not immoral to do self-deprecating humor. I think most of our recent popes have been experts at some self-deprecating humor. They're very good at it.
They make little jibes.
Little jabs at yourself. It's good to have some humility, but it's also good to know when and where to and how.
Bridle your tongue.
Yeah.
To pull back. That's good. It's solid. It's sage advice, Ethan. Help! My brother is becoming a liberal. I don't know if I can.
Did my brother write this in?
How 6 years ago? How can I help a friend who's falling down the left-wing rabbit hole? He's been using phrases like class consciousness and talking about leftist-coded community and the environment. I know his girlfriend is inspiring some of it. I want to help before he becomes a militant atheist and a Marxist. For context, his girlfriend is a literal demon-worshipping witch.
Oh!
She's shown me her altar. So not your run-of-the-mill liberal. Well, I don't know.
Who knows?
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm sorry, that was a joke. New Age stuff, etc. She does eagerly work to help DV victims and children as her job. What is it? Oh, domestic violence. Okay. But the Marxist bend is new. Or at least has not been something she's shown on the surface. It's
so fun to be a Marxist witch, as if the Marxists wouldn't immediately kill the witches.
I think it's funny to be like, I knew she was a witch, but I didn't realize she was a commie.
She was a Marxist.
I didn't realize she was a communist witch.
Dude, when I saw her bringing small rodents home and opening them up and organizing their bones neatly, I thought she was just into fauna. I thought it was a purely academic. But when she started talking about the class struggle, the proletariat, that's when I knew that something was afoot.
I had a kid come to my youth group, my first youth ministry, and this girl Julia was dating him, and she was like she would come to our youth group sometimes, and she
Mhm.
was really good friends. Another one of the girls that came all the time, and so she came with it. She brought her boyfriend because she was like, I think that religion would do him some good, and he was like talking to me. He's like, yeah, I'm a pagan. I'm like, oh okay. I've also been on the internet, so that doesn't faze me very much.
Yeah,
I'm like,
you
I
don't scare me.
understand people, but he's like, yeah, I have an altar and I cut up rats and I
Mhm.
sacrifice them.
Mhm.
I go, oh okay,
Cool.
and he like walks away and he's being dead serious.
Mhm.
And I turn to Julie and I'm like, you have to break up with this guy. Like you understand that, right? Like even if he's kidding,
Yeah.
I never in a million years would have thought of that. Like that's something that's entered his head.
Mhm.
Cutting up rats on an altar.
Yeah.
You got to break up with this guy. I hope she did. I don't actually know if she ever did.
How can I help a friend who's becoming a liberal? How do we help the friend? Well, it sounds like I'm not gonna lie. It sounds like he's fallen into the clutches of a vixen, is what it sounds
Sounds
like.
like she's cast a spell.
Sounds like she's hexed him. The little sex hex is what I like to call it.
Have you considered just telling him, hey, when are you going to break up with the witch?
Hey, you know that horrible vixen that you're dating?
Do you? Hey, Hey, how's that succubus you've been hanging? And you got to say it like that, like really.
Yeah, how's that? How's that? How's that?
Are you looking up synonyms for vixen?
How's that she devil that you're going out with?
That one's low hanging.
It is. How about that? Hey, you know that Gorgon that you've been dating?
You're dating Medusa. Can we bring back bring back Hussy? Is that allowed?
I
Or
think
is that still
I think Harpy would be appropriate in this.
Harpy
Harpy's a
is
bit more
better.
magical. Uh, what is a harridan? A strict, bossy, or belligerent old woman? No, that's not appropriate.
Hag?
Hag is great.
Hag is great.
Hag is all time.
Just a battle axe?
Yeah, that was just for like a tough woman, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Derogatory view definition: a formidably aggressive older woman.
equipping my battle axe, pejorative. What can we do with this guy? I want to help him before he becomes militantly atheist and picks up further Marxist ideals. Can you find? Here's what you have to do. This might upset some people. You need to find one of those milkmaid, dress wearing, barefoot, trad women, and you need to lure him away from the vixen.
Send him a bunch of Instagram reels of that type of person.
Yeah, you just text him like, "Hey, do you know how your house is always like dark and filled with incense? What if it was bright out and filled with the scent of sourdough bread baking? And have you ever tried raw milk? You got to try something. You got to get. Maybe it's not a woman. Maybe the woman's not the problem. Maybe we're missing the issue. Maybe this guy is just a liberal.
Invite him to work out with you. That typically.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Pull up the Trump 2016 campaign highlight video.
Have him start a business and then wait until tax season. And then he'll just stop.
Yeah. I don't know.
Bring
This is
him
hard.
to San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll be like,
Ask his girlfriend to do magic on the people dying of fentanyl in the streets of San Francisco.
Can you save them?
Can you save them? No. It sounds like all you can do is just nothing. Kill things. Yeah. You got to pray for this guy. I don't know if there's like a real answer here because this is a tricky situation. If he is your friend and you haven't told him like, hey, I feel like you're going down a path that is not good for you. I think this, like, let's take the religion thing out of it. If your boy is dating a girl that is not good for him, you should probably tell him, hey, this girl that you're dating, I've really seen you change. You're not who you used to be. It's great if you could get some other guys in on this too. Hire an interventionist if you want to. But maybe not. I don't know. But then just say like, we're here for you.
Hire a different witch to counteract.
Yeah.
Don't do that's a joke.
You need someone casting counter spells. get some guys together and just say, hey, we love you, we care about you. This girl has changed you in XYZ ways. We think you're a better person when you're not with her. But we love you. We support you. We're always going to be your friend. Don't make it like an ultimatum. It's like it's either her or us, but just give some fraternal encouragement to maybe pick a better path. And if he says no, then all you can do at that point is keep being his friend and keep praying for him. So, you could bury miraculous medals around their house.
Ooh,
you could have a mass said for him.
Yeah, you should do that one.
You could bring
the green scapular. That's a good one.
You could get a relic. You could bring a relic to the house and you could hold it up and kind of see if it pierces like the skin, like if she starts to burn. That would be good. There's all valid options. Go watch a movie. There are plenty of movies about this. How to free man from witch. Figure it out.
Yeah, it's Fight Club.
This could be a question of Tyler asking like Tyler, hey, my brother's becoming a liberal. He's like getting all crazy. He's dating this crazy girl, but then you find out it's him the whole time. Oh, that's the same guy.
Crazy stupid love.
Crazy stupid love. There's no witches in Crazy Stupid Love, bro.
Pretty sure there is.
Emma Stone is not a witch.
I love that movie, and I'm not ashamed.
No, it's a great movie.
I love that movie.
It's probably the last good rom-com.
I agree. I might watch that movie this weekend, actually.
I might too. We should do a movie podcast together on the Patreon.
My wife has not seen it, and I am ashamed of that fact. The ending scene comes up on Twitter every so often. I watch it
all the time. I always watch it. Yeah, it's always good.
It's so good. Okay, anyway.
David Lindhagen.
Shakespeare could not have come up with that. I don't know if it's based on a Shakespeare story, but I think he did. All right. Hello, bro apostles. I don't know what to think of my boyfriend's behavior lately. I'm 29 and he's 30. Dump him. I'm just kidding. We've been dating for 5 months. We live a half hour away from each other in the same city. We haven't met each other's families yet. He's a firefighter with a part-time job. On off days, he often works 80 plus hours for the week. The first few months were great. He was everything I've been looking for. We talked about engagement, wedding, etc. Mid-May, it started to go wrong. Everything went wrong. I've only seen him in person once since then. Wow, since May? It's July. Oh, geez. We do text every day, some days more than others. We call once a week or so. Every time we make plans, something inevitably comes up. He has to cancel. I don't feel like he prioritizes seeing me at all. When I told him this, he says he doesn't know what to do because he's pulled in every direction, work, family, etc. I know we're not married or anything, so I can't expect him to be his top priority, but I just want to be higher on his list, and I feel like I'm at the bottom. He insists he doesn't want to break up, and it's just he's temporarily busy, but it's hard to reconcile his words with his actions. I keep coming back to the idea of if he wanted to, he would, and stories of men moving mountains for women. My friends don't know what to think either because it was so much different in the beginning. Do I wait it out and hope things turn around or cut my losses? Thanks.
It's really tempting to say break up with him.
Yeah, I don't
think that's the right move, but I do think. Have you said this to him? What you just said to us?
It sounds like she has. He's like, this is just a temporary thing. It's hard to sign on for a temporary thing if you don't know how long temporary is. Yeah.
When is it going to end? How do you really need to work 80 hours a week? Like, I think the question is like, why are you broke? Is he saving up for a ring? I mean, if he's doing it because he's like, oh, I want to capture this woman for life.
That's different.
That's different. But if he's just working because he doesn't know what else to do.
My basic understanding of how a firefighter works is that you're on for a while and then you're off for a while. Right?
I think he has another job. I think he just is a firefighter on his off days. Firefighter with a part-time job on his off days. So pardon me. So firefighter, he'll work. You could work 3-4 shifts in a row or a shift every other day or something, but you'd have maybe 2-3 days off a week, maybe 4 if it hits the right week. But if you're working full time on your off days,
that sounds exhausting.
It's a lot. I mean, I know some guys that do that, but they don't work 80 hours. You know, they maybe like mow yards for like a day or a day and a half when they're not working. So I don't know. It's true. If he wanted to, he would. That is true.
But on the other hand, it's like he is 30, so like he's working full time, and so it's like that's more the case for a high school and college student than it is for an adult man. It's just
True.
other factors that get in the way of like I'm just trying to survive. Is he broke?
Is he broke? Is he addicted to gambling?
Is he in severe amounts of debt? Does he owe something to someone?
Is he being chased down by a lone shark?
A Shylock, as we all learn, is the term.
So I saw a tweet that was like, Trump is dusting off slurs that we haven't heard in 100 years.
Apparently, the term is just a general term for a loan shark.
Yeah.
But it is also pejorative.
I think you should ask. So, okay, I hear it's temporary, but when is it going to end? Because I feel really lonely. I feel like I'm not a part of your life, and I want to be a part of your life because I love you and I care about you.
Yeah.
So
what can we do?
Let's solve the problem together.
Can I visit you at work and like bring you lunch?
Can I set myself on fire like that one guy did to protest Palestine? But you get to me before I die.
Oh yeah, because he's a firefighter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You thought it was just like there's a woman setting herself on fire to get her boyfriend's attention?
Because I still had lawn mowing in my head, and I was like, yeah, maybe he's like at the house where she set herself on fire.
No, he's a firefighter.
Yeah, I forgot. I can only keep 3 things in my head.
Sometimes you can visit people at the fire station. They're not always fighting fires. So you can bring him lunch. I know you probably work too, but figure out he works on a Saturday.
Bring him a firehouse sub.
Bring him some lunch. Bring him a firehouse sub. They love it. That's what I've heard.
That's the marketing, at least.
So,
I love firehouse subs.
Yeah. I think you can solve this. I don't think you should break up with him. I think you should just get a little bit more clarity from him, understand the why, understand when it's going to end, make sure he knows how you feel. And then if then it's like he makes promises and he keeps not fulfilling the promises, then
that becomes a problem.
That becomes more of a problem. So, but I don't think you're in yellow flag territory. I don't think you're in red flag territory.
Firehouse subs.
Firehouse. All right. Are we done?
That's it. We're done.
I think we should be done.
Thank you so much for watching. Sorry I made Ethan say that he thinks Hitler did nothing wrong. Sorry I made Ethan post something offensive.
I ended up deleting it. It's just not worth it. Nobody got it. Everybody was like, "This is sinful. Why are you doing this? Why are you lying about Catholicism?" It's like, it's just
everyone's so dumb and serious now. I do thrive in this environment though. I do thrive in everyone being dumb and serious. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't thrive because nothing I say is serious. And so like I'm trying to have fun, but there's no tone. I wish I could. Is there like a little Elon could do one thing.
You need to change your profile picture. You need to, because you have a serious, I'm trying to be a content creator profile picture. If you want to be a shit poster, explicit parent warning. If you want to be growing Daniel, you have to have a growing Daniel profile picture.
Yeah. How do I get one of them?
You can just like make your profile picture a picture of you as a baby.
That's not a bad idea. I was fat as a kid.
You were fat as a kid?
Oh yeah, I was chub.
That's funny.
Yeah.
You should do that, and you should do that, and then you should just make your banner like a picture of you and Emma and your kids, little heart emojis over their faces so they don't get seen. And so like, oh, this guy's like a normal guy with a wife and a family.
Yeah. I think that fits me way better. I mean, I appreciate all the work that Dino did to try and get me up to snuff, but I don't think it works for me.
No, I think you should be a crap poster.
Yeah, I think I should have fun.
Build your account up to 100,000 and then sell it for $100,000, $1 per follower. The Hawk Tua girl sold her account for $1 a follower. That's not worth it.
$1 a follower.
$1 a follower. Do you think my account is worth $50,000? John, right? It's worth $60,000 because I have 60,000. Okay, no.
I think you would have to pay someone else to take over your account.
I agree. I don't think anyone would want that.
I think you have because you'd need a master's in theology to run your account. That's the problem.
That's a good point. It's a good point. Also, speaking of growing, Daniel, he followed me back on Twitter.
He did?
Actually,
Dude,
sorry, he didn't follow
that's
me
great.
back. I noticed that he followed me.
No way.
And I was like,
He's
I'll
great.
follow you. I followed him back today.
He's funny.
So,
I like him. Yeah,
I'll be podcast.
I'll be more like growing Daniel. All right.
Bye, everyone.
Little taste of the bonus podcast there at the end.
Yeah, for real. Jeez. If
All
you
right.
like that, $10 a month on Patreon, get out of here.
Whatever. We don't care.